Attack on Titan Season 4 Part 2, every Blu-ray change. Did MAPPA drastically improve the Titans? Or did they just make Eren 100% more blurry? Let's find out. You got the lighting fixed on the blimp, making it a little bit toasty. Plus more red on the lower right. Am I the only one seeing this? It looks like they made Eren's Titan a little bit smoother. Or did MAPPA just give it a tad blur? You got the smoke shadow removed so you can see Eren's Titan better. Although the smoke does cover them up later. You got an update to the campfire flame in the flashback. I prefer the original. The flashback itself now has a blue tint to it. Mikasa just showing off slaying these Marley guys is no longer censored. Plus, you got a full view of that cake. Next up, an update to the Beast Titan remains. It's got a smaller nose, a much thinner, squeezed face, sharper teeth. The flesh all around it no longer looks like fricking Play-Doh. For Beast Titan fix, now the neck is completely not connected to the body. You can see straight through to the other side. Behold the light. Then for Mr. Freedom himself, MAPPA actually gave Eren a fricking superhero landing. Gotta eject from your Titan with style. Then Eren in the Titan realm, we had to give him a much nicer background. Gotta be looking good while teasing your Nichan. Attack on Titan Season 4, Episode 20, the most Blu-ray changes so far. First off, the Titan walls, overall darker looking. Within Eren's flashback, both of his parents, Grisha and Carlo, are now slightly blurry, along with that water pitcher. Next up, Eren got a slight update to his hairline, plus some lines added right under his eyes. Gotta look dreadful. Then massive changes here, a complete redesign to Dr. Jaeger's design. The whole room is much brighter, bigger reflection on a painting, which is smaller. Then take a look at the two Jaeger brothers. Eren is now fully leaning, and Zeke's lean pose got changed up too. For Eren here, he got a face change up, his green gems are smaller, there's less lip shadow, less shadow in his hair, and he actually got a haircut. You could actually now see the back of his hoodie. For this AOT flashback, there is a slightly longer fade to white. For Mikasa's historic scarf moment, take a notice of Mikasa's scarf and coat, much more shadows and texture. Next up, you got Zeke's face getting a makeover. It overall looks a little bit rounder, there's no more shadow on the forehead, and just like his brother earlier, he also got a haircut. Seems like MAPPA had a hair problem. As for AOT father and son, first off, Eren looks much more neutral, less intense now. Slight haircut too. Then look over at Grisha, specifically his coat and face. The new coat position just makes him look thinner. Then for everyone getting an update, look at Mikasa's clothing, Carla's dress. Eren looks like a completely different character, and I'm talking about both of them. Grisha's coat has more texture, more shadow. Likewise for Zeke next to him. Even the plates and bag got updated, wow. MAPPA even fixed Eren not having any food in this scene. For Grisha's hand here, you can see they actually fixed the coloring to match the new anime scene, MAPPA style. Then all the Jaegers got pretty much redone. First off, Kid Eren got pushed back, model redrawn, you can now see Mikasa. Carlo's dress got updated, and then there's a slight blur added. Overall on adult Eren, face much more neutral, and then the most drastic change goes to Grisha's face. No longer just eerily staring forward. For a lovely fix, MAPPA actually added the Ghost of Titan past and future here, just taunting Grisha. People's 2 times bigger too. Then for history in the making, the far shot in the Titan cave is now actually held longer. For the Jaeger trio, all of these guys' faces got lines removed. Grisha's face looks a tad rounder. Some shadow also got removed from Eren's lip and Grisha's teeth. Flipping it to Frida, you got the line art changed up from under her eyes, there's more lines on her neck, there's actually a sweat drop, her hair overall has more shadow to it, and her ear got made rounder. Oh no, the Blu-ray patch nerfed Frida! Boobage no more. That Jedi coat is no longer floating, Frida's face got fixed up, no longer looking like a Disney princess, the entire family got moved up, you can't even see that blonde little girl anymore. A little bit later, MAPPA also fixed Frida's hands, this time both pointing up. For the 2 Jaegers, notably Grisha, the lines under his eyes got removed, that scar shadow got reduced, and he actually gained much more teeth, like Tom Cruise. Bigger update here, notably the shot got moved back, you can see everyone's legs now. Even better, everyone's coat got updated from behind, the Reyes family got moved over, Frida got put closer to the family, and overall you could just see more of the cave. In this scene, Papa Grisha's eyes are totally blacked out now. In this scene, they fixed Frida's model, she no longer looks pregnant. In the far shot, the anime now updated Eren's face. It looks much more intense from afar, almost white eyes. Grisha got another coat update here. Grisha's face here got fixed again, notably around the eyes. His coat buttons are covered up a bit more, that belt is bigger. Not sure why, but they actually removed Grisha looking over. It already starts in that end position, looking over at Eren. In the next eye shot, Grisha's eye again is no longer moving about, completely still. For another Grisha fix, they actually changed his top half. He's now looking up and forward. His hands look less shiny, less cartoony, and part of his hair got cut off at the end. For the 2 Jaeger scene, Grisha's hair got updated, his pupils are bigger, his clothing got touched up a bit. In this shot, Eren's eyes got updated. Previously you could see the green, now they're really just dark. And there's even more lines on Grisha's face now. Next up, Zeke over here, standing to the side, got a complete model overhaul, got moved back a little bit, overall more texture. Grisha's hand movement with the knife and background got redone. Further redone is Grisha actually stabbing himself, that complete scene. Grisha's eyes are dark, there's more motion blur added. You can actually no longer see the point where he stabbed himself. Did you say you wanted this to be more bloody? Look at the freaking Ray's wife. She looks like a freaking zombie and there's much more blood left behind on that pillar. Talking about pillars, this pillar over here got removed for the Blu-ray. Looks like Grisha put a quinella for the top one and the other one is just bent over wrong. Is his head missing? Back in the Titan realm, did they speed up Eren running? Now in the frame longer. For Eren about to catch that blonde, slight update. In the next scene you can now see more of Ymir. Eren's coat and face got updated, is now flapping. The blood slightly changed up too. For Historia's book, there's far less zooming, it's also slower. You can see more of the girl holding the apple. As the little Ymir is getting chased, that whole tree seemed to slow down, likely to match what Ymir is seeing. The arrow actually hitting Ymir's scene got redone, shows more of Ymir, starts with her in the actual scene. The opening of the Titan tree is redone. Ymir inside of the Titan tree got completely redone. It's more cave looking, there's those vines, there's less light. Then Ymir in the body, you could actually see her top half. Her head is now visible underwater. That water trail or water bubble is now made smaller. For the classic anime character falling into the water, the bubbles are much more subtle now. Ymir's model actually got completely redone. Legs are now closed, you can now see more of her face. So let's welcome the OG Titan. There is far less lightning, less looking like tree branches. For Titan Ymir Rising, you got the Titan light show lasting longer, it's now wider. The initial smoke is lighter too. That Titan tree, it got left in the scene. For Ymir Titan's full body shot, the smoke is now overall a similar color. There's a slight blur in the background. Ymir's Titan body is lightened up now, especially near the front area. For Ymir going on the offense, you got much bigger flowing hair looking like Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and all that dust or smoke around her almost looks like a dark aura. And some of you will like it, she's thicker. Perhaps my favorite Blu-ray update, now you can actually see all the Titans, specifically the Jaws Titan and Horse Boy. Horse Titan, I mean. Even munching on someone in the shot. You could also see the past Female Titan, Armor Titan, Warhammer Titan, Attack Titan, Beast Titan, Colossal Titan. For Zeke going into a hentai, those tentacles got made much thicker, unfortunately for him. Not really sure why, but the attack on the Peak Titan got redone. Notably, Mikasa and Armin look lower quality. The Marley Commander scene falling also got redone. And then your favorite, Vlog falling, also redone. He's looking like Mufasa here. The Paradise Island walls smashing got much more smoke. For the far shot, the smoke got darkened. The water's no longer blue. You got RTX enabled. There's a reflection here. All that smoke cloud coming from the Colossal Titans is slower now. You can still see the houses. For consistency, the smoke over here also got darkened. The Powerade blue water and rocks no longer look freaking out of place. The Titan light tree got a little bit shaved off from the top. And for one of the most drastic changes, Eren's streaming now looks like he's about to jump out from your TV. Anyone find this creepier? The hair is also moving, and his eyes, while still green, are dimmer. Switching back to the warriors, you actually got a fix on Gabby's face, looks much more serious instead of sad. Your favorite punching bag's eyes look darker. Just a moment later, there's actually a light in Reiner's eyes now. His Titan markings are much thicker red too. For the Stallion getting his time to shine, his eyes got fixed. He no longer looks dead and tired, just dead. This is hard to catch normally, but Mikasa and friends drawing their blades is now whiter / brighter. All of the 3 models were actually redrawn. A really nice touch was the Better Call Titan getting a facelift. For the Titan crashing the party, there's actually less smoke now. The flying pieces of wood got removed. But don't worry, that dumpster is a-okay. For this scene, the scout on the left got fixed up so he now blends into the scene. For the 3 scouts in the scene, their Wings of Freedom logo actually got made darker. Likewise to the close-up shot of Flock. For Annie's papa, they actually added an initial fade to white. Is it just me or does he look lighter too? A bit later for Annie's flashback, the flash actually got extended too. As for Armin talking to Mikasa, first off there's shadows added to his hands, his eyes are now darker, there's more mouth detail added. In the far shot, Armin's face looks much more intense, and Blu-ray Armin now keeps that intensity for his close-up. Next up Armin, this time with Coney. There's less dust after landing. Coney now doesn't look like he's freaking banging Armin on the ground. For that celebration festival scene, first off there's multiple people in the background and the guy sitting down that got a jacket. His expression is now more excited, and the granny is no longer turned around. With everyone walking, all of their faces look a little bit softer / rounder. Coney's pies got changed up too. The close-up of the pies got redone. What flavor is that? Talking about pies, that change carries over to them eating it. Looks almost a little burnt. Also their mugs now have a handle visible. A little bit later, Armin's face got an update, less shadow on his face, less blue eyes. With the far shot of everyone, the people behind Annie got removed, Annie's face got turned, and there's an overall update to her model. You can now see a bench under Gabby. Everyone else's face and clothing also got a slight change up. You can no longer see that lady on the top right. The guy right behind Armin got a vest. With Hitch coming back, everyone in the scene got a little bit more detailed, including the cup on the table. Likewise for Hitch sitting down, update to the pie, to the letter, to her hair, to that cape thing. Even the guy passing by looks like a wannabe Levi. For the Great Booze update, it got completely redone. Jack Daniels, the ice pitcher's bigger. You got Jack Daniels and better whiskey, a bigger cup, more ice. For the Warriors side over here, you can see their eyes, more shadow now. The entire trees in the scene got updated, most notably the one in the furthest back. For Blonde Girl Annie, you got an update to her face, the cape, you can no longer see that white shirt. You get an update to Jean's face, he actually looks slimmer now. Did that coat get slimmed down? Likewise for Coney's wardrobe, slimmer down the middle. For Falco, you got some eyeshadow removed, his body is much smaller, even his food plate got tinier. Even Armin can't escape a touch-up. It's most notable in his eyes, his hair, and that cape. Blade's removed here. Switching it back to Jean, his coat is also smaller here. Notably that shadow in his pants. That booze also got a slight touch-up. For the group shot, pretty much everyone in this shot got some eyeshadow. For the soup updated he wanted, the pot is now black, there's more soup spilling. The background is brighter, there's flames. For the shot up above, the opening's now much more circular. The clouds over here got the Zack Snyder treatment, although more light. The texture over here on the plane cover got changed up. The explosives are no longer visible. For the group shot, Oyakupon gained like 50 pounds. A couple of these guys got a face update, notably Reiner and Annie. For Coney's shouting, his head's a little bit bigger, no longer potato looking. The Bum Aaron flashback got an extended fade to white. For this Yelena scene, her face and hair got updated, no longer looking like a tall Armin. For this planning session, Reiner in the back got slightly blurred, we don't need you. For the apologizing scene, Mikasa and Armin got moved, partially covered up, everyone's head got fixed too. The AOT Blu-ray added a completely new Falco scene, going in for the Biden move. The plane boat cover got changed up again. Looks like it got completely redone. Movement too. More TNT visible. You got a new and improved Mikasa Spider-Man jump scene, along with the new Mikasa slashing scene. The TV anime originally cut to blood. You can now see Mikasa landing. Back to the plane, the cover and TNT much more toasty. Also some boxes added to the pier. As for Armin's memed face, this actually got fixed up, along with his legs and blades too. Super hard to spot, but the initial Titan light show got reduced. Every one of the flying soldiers got a face update from JC Staff to Mappa. The rocks behind the female Titan got darker. The debris in the face shot got blurred a bit. The Jaeger squad swinging by got updated. The dude in the front has more hair, the right guy's head shrunk, and the last guy got moved more back. There actually is a new scene of the old buddy trying to scoot away from Armin. You got some new roll of wire next to the explosive. You got the water where everyone's falling in, much crisper, much clearer. That smoke near the armored titan's leg got reduced. For a different smoke change, perhaps due to the thunder spears, the placement is different, it's now much darker, it's even actually covering up some of the soldiers up above. Yet another plane update, this time much lighter. You can actually see a little bit more of the pier now too. From the far shot, there's more smoke covering of the titans, hard to spot them now. Flock's 3 buddies got a hair update. The Coney looking one got a full redo. Now for the bloody fun. Alright, so Mikasa's blood kit got made brighter. Same deal for Hanji's slashes. With the Thunder Spear Assault on the female Titan, you got the flames added nearby. For the Armored Titan face tanking the Thunder Spears, there's less smoke now. They're actually coming from the side now too. You can see that beautiful face about to get destroyed. Back to the Jaegerists, the smoke got reduced on the right side, it got a little bit added on the left side. For the popular Card Titan entering the battlefield, for various shots while it's hiding in the shade, the body got made darker. Then for Armin not looking so hot, that bullet wound got made bigger, not to mention brighter. Coney's head and body got a full overhaul. The commander's body also got less blocky. The incoming reinforcement trains now have 200% more pollutions. They also got a paint job switching over to green. The stallion's beautiful close-up got a slight light update. The female titan's head dropping off, the whole thing got less smoke, perhaps lighter. Coney's scene of him going into offense also had the blood lighter. Likewise with the following blood scene of Mikasa just being a Shinigami, especially this lovely close-up of waifu Mikasa. The Blu-ray added the soldier that actually disappeared into the back room. For another wonderful blood update, you got Coney, Hanji, and Mikasa in action. Let it rain. Flock's body and Thunder Spears got darkened from behind. They added his buddy's blood to Coney's cape, plus one Mikasa scene with brighter blood. That explosion now looks light purplish, slightly pinkish. You got a rare Mikasa face and just body overhaul fix. Saitama's blood after getting slashed got brighter, including everyone's favorite scene of Mikasa just literally making it rain blood. The far shot now has 2 times more smoke. On the flip side, there is a smoke reduction on Falco's Rising Titan. Is he buffer too? Tomato juices got added to Coney here too. Then for everyone's retreat, so Coney and Jean's face got less derpy. Reiner's jacket got fixed over to gray. You then got a rare Oyankonpon update, along with the update to the commander and Falco's face and clothing. Now for the opposite, that plain cover's texture got reduced. Same for the TNT and those wooden boxes. That update is carried over to the far shot of the boat leaving. Now for a peak update, she now looks dreader, almost zombie-like. You also got an update to Gabby's hair covering her face. Falco's Titan markings are much more visible. Not to be left out, the key scene with the blood is also brightened. The flashback warrior kit shot has a really extended light effect. That explosive finale is much bigger, there's more smoke, there's some more reflection on the water. A different shot of it now includes much more fire, it's much more orangey. The far shot of the boat has this cloud update. That Freedom Bird is also much smaller. Talking about clouds getting an update, the start of episode 28. I hope you love some boat smoke cause you got tons more added. Couple of changes to this whole scene. The building on the right got moved back, that text is cut off. The ship in the background now has slightly blurred too. For everyone chatting, there's a slight blur in the back and also to the incoming car. Hanji's eye patch over here got made white. Then for Mikasa looking for Eren, her eyes and nose got slightly smaller, the guy behind her got blurred. Then the potato sack dude got a wardrobe change from Mario to grandpa colors. Levi's suit is now blue. Then for Levi about to kill a clown, the people right behind them got a slight blur too. That one dude went from white to black. For Mikasa and Eren's far shot, there's like this blue tint filter added. The smoke got removed from the boat, and the dude on the left got added. For Potato Girl Sasha getting jacked, the dude in the stand is now covering up that crab. The guys behind Hanji got a blur. Then Sasha getting the Ymir treatment. Hanji and Levi got slightly blurred. In the far shot, the city outskirts got changed from grassy to hilly/dirty. The roof texture also got an update. For Granny Mikasa's house, both of the guards got shrunk. It's harder to see their swords too. Inside the tent, the lamp went from red to black. The sand outside is now a dark bluish color. Likewise, the color of the tent got completely changed too. For the drunk after party scene, the light up scene got made darker. It's harder to actually see Potato Girl Sasha puking. Then for Levi, they fixed his eyes here. For Mikasa's flashback, they added this longer fade to white. Over in the clouds, there's actually a parting now in the smoke. For the Jaeger Bros baseball talk, the baseball got made smaller. There's a texture update to it. Zeke's face is now looking down at it too. Then for the warships lined up, you could clearly see so much smoke coming from them. With the close-up shot, the smoke is softened up here. The timing for their boat's light signal got changed up. The detail for this Marley city is much richer, less green actually. The swimming Colossal Titan's skin now looks brighter. The Marley warships are just bathing in smoke now, along with the impacts on the horizon still there. You got more smoke for the cannon close-ups. The Colossal Titan chunks in the water now look a lot brighter, a lot redder. There's added streams of water from the speeding Colossal Titan swimming forward. It now looks darker on the left. The smoke is a little darker, especially on the left. You got much more speeding water effects added to the swimming Colossal Titans. The incoming steam cloud is a little slower. The steam cloud itself looks a little brighter here. That guy just disintegrating, you can see it clearer now, including his eyes. Looks horrific. For the cloud overview, there's less yellow, less blue, it's mostly all white. There's an extreme difference in the faraway shot. You no longer will get a seizure from watching this. The Colossal Titan rising from the ocean. The steam here is kind of transparent. For the pier where there's a last stand, some parts are now darkened. The incoming Colossal Titan's flesh and white parts are slightly darker too. The steam for the middle and right Titan switched up too. You got less steam covering up these big boys. The Colossal Titan texture got this complete overhaul. They're hiding the tiny Colossal Titan heads now. The close-up shot after the blast is darkened a bit, or just a little bit more smoke. The shadow of that tower overlooking them got removed. The Marley soldier suits got darkened as they're running. The Colossal Titans actually got more transparent smoke in this spot. Then for the main event, you got the Colossal Titans much more covered in smoke. You can now see Eren's bony founding Titan body and all that luscious hair. The Colossal Titan's leg got a dust reduction. Kid Eren got this slight blur / zoom effect. With the Colossal Titan parade, there's actually more dust up in front. Eren's founding Titan itself got darkened a bit. I think it makes it easier to see. The final Colossal Titan in the scene got that texture update, less smoke, glowing spicy skin. In general, it has that sun glow. So post below where this anime change is worth like $200. Click here to watch the previous Attack on Titan Blu-ray changes, and I'll see you guys later.